Ladies and gentlemen,
We are back.
We're back. We're back again.
We didn't get kicked off the air.
Not yet. Well, actually, they can't kick us off the air.
That's right.
We're on Twitch, bitches. All right, good to see everyone. Happy that you came back. Really happy. If you watched the show on Tuesday and you're back today, if it's your first time, we're glad to have you. We're just excited. We're just absolutely excited. Frank just got in.
That's right.
About a minute ago. What were you doing, Frank?
I was playing intramural basketball.
Oh, how was that?
We were getting beat by around 20.
Ooh.
So I decided to leave.
That's good.
And as I was leaving, a couple of my friends were the referees. I walked up to them. I was like, hey, you guys are going out tonight, right? And they're like, you're not worried about this game? I was like, nah, I'm not, because I got a show to do.
He's got a show to do.
I'm a professional.
He's a professional. This is the show. We're here to do it. We got a hell of a show for you, people.
Heck of a show.
Hell of a show, Frank. Not a heck of a show.
Well, for me, not.
February 8th.
I think.
It's going to be a great one. It has been a great one. Our stories today, our top stories, Frank. Let me tease you.
What do we got, man?
Let me tease the audience here. Our top stories. Police in China. These are teasers. We'll get into it later on. Police in China can now identify criminals with surveillance sunglasses. Does that mean that I have to stop knocking off Chinese banks, Frank?
I think you might have to.
And you knew. I'm a Chinese bank robber.
Chinese bank robberer.
A Chinese robberer in my spare time. We're also going to get into Tennessee. We're going to enter Tennessee, where a sheriff was caught calling for the execution of a suspect. He told his troopers to shoot the suspect on sight if they found him. But is that the worst thing that's happened in Tennessee this week? We will find out. Also, a South Carolina woman gouged her own eyeballs out in front of a church. Did a demon make her do it, Frank? Or did she just watch Justin Timberlake's performance at the Super Bowl?
Oh, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that story.
Because I hated that performance.
That story got me excited.
And rounding out the group of top stories, a naked man covered in cooking oil attacked his family. Why did he do it, and what kind of cooking oil did he use? All of that and more
extra virgin olive
coming
oil.
up, of course. We will also hit our favorite news segment, Ask Reddit.
Oh, I love that segment.
Where we will dive into people's most, let's see here, their most silly, serious, ridiculous reasons as to why they were either kicked out of school, suspended from school, or generally got in trouble. I have a story myself.
Okay.
Frank, I'm sure you do as well, although you are kind of a vanilla pudding type.
Yeah.
So maybe you didn't do anything bad in school.
I got in-school suspension once.
Oh, good. I was kind of an asshole, so...
that doesn't surprise me.
We'll get into that. Today I learned, coming up at the bottom of the hour, and of course, our favorite segment, This Day in History.
Ooh.
And I got to tell you, Frank.
What do you got?
Today was a day in history.
Today
and
was
that's really
a day.
all I
it
can
was
say,
a day.
About that. Of course, a little station identification before we begin. I hope you are watching right now on twitch.tv/live at 8. Not backslash, / live at 8. All the words spelled out, letter. And if you can't be here for the show.
Right, because we definitely have a live audience.
We had 16 people last on our inaugural episode.
Right, and they all stood over there. They all stood over there and watched us. We had a live studio audience.
Wow, did we like that?
That was in front of a live studio audience.
That was friggin' awesome. And then about 100 people watched our YouTube video. You can find the video the next day, tomorrow. That'll be a Friday for those counting at home. You can see that YouTube video on my YouTube account, youtube.com/Matt Caridi.
Matt Caridi.
Of course, we are here every Tuesday and Thursday from now until we die.
Until the end of time, baby.
At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Sorry for you West Coast people.
We're going to begin today by looking at some good news coming out of
for once.
The great, fantastic state of Pennsylvania. This is from the Irish Sun, and it's not from Ireland, it's just the Irish Sun. Luck of the draw. Uh-oh. Looks like our producer had a little situation. Let's try that. Try it again. Okay, we'll keep going, despite our producer's misgivings. I'm not going to yell at him, but when I get out of this show, I'm going to beat him until he bleeds. Luck.
We need that robot back.
Of the draw. There it is. Luck of the draw. The world's worst police sketch actually helped cops catch a suspected thief. There it is, right there. That's him. I can draw about that well.
What even is that?
I could catch that thief.
That looks like a character from Hey Arnold.
It does, doesn't it?
That's Stoop Kid.
Good Hey Arnold reference. The hand-drawn cartoon-like picture managed to jog the memories of cops who immediately issued a search warrant for the suspect. We'll read the through line here because I think it's just absolutely fascinating that this freaking picture caught the bastard. A cartoon-like police sketch. The hand-drawn sketch was put together using basic witness details, but proved to be just enough to jog the memory of cops who went on to identify the suspect, according to the Lancaster.
Oh my God.
Online, there he is right there. Police in Pennsylvania were able to use the simple drawing to charge 44-year-old Hung Phuoc Nguyen.
There's no way that's his name.
Well, he does look a little Asian. Is that right? But he's definitely a white guy with a hell of a name. They charged him with 2 counts of theft by unlawful taking, issuing an arrest warrant, right? So he stole some stuff.
God.
He stole some stuff. He was suspected of impersonating a vendor and taking money from a stand at the Central Market. That was a heist, not unlike my Chinese bank robberies.
Almost exactly.
Which I will not talk about.
Drawn out the same way. You kind of look like that guy, too.
Yeah, right? A similar name. Hung Phuoc Nguyen.
Hung Phuoc
Nguyen. The homeless suspect, he was homeless. And a pretty good homeless gentleman at that. I mean, he was able to get away with it for almost a day. He fled on foot with an undisclosed sum of money. The childlike sketch was released to Lancaster City Police. That's Jason Mraz. Alongside he fits into the story. Alongside a detailed description of the suspect, described as a male aged between 30 to 40 years old, around 5'4", a petite build, and believed to be South American or Asian in descent. Blah, 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 blah. People took to the internet and said, wow, that police sketch, let's bring that back up for the audience here.
That looks like the album cover.
That police sketch looks like Jason Mraz.
That's the album cover.
Not Hung Phuoc Nguyen. Not him. It looks like him.
Oh my God.
Which it kind of does. And you can imagine Jason Mraz probably wears a beanie once or twice.
That's the album cover. That looks exactly like one of the album covers he had. Off that.
Cool
what was that one hit song he had?
Jason Mraz. It included the ukulele.
The little ukulele action. No more.
I can't sing very well.
I'm yours. I'm yours. It's the album cover to I'm Yours.
He stole from the Central Market, and he's a Grammy-winning artist. No, it was a different guy. The sketch was almost instantly ridiculed online, with one person claiming it looked like Jason Mraz. Another joked, the guy looks just like my roommate, with the sketch photoshopped onto a picture of his roommate's face. We don't have that image for you.
That's someone who doesn't want their roommate anymore.
Funny. In response, Lancaster police stated online, because they were catching some shit for this. They were like, okay, guys. While the sketch provided by the witness may have appeared amateurish and cartoonish, it, along with the distinctive physical descriptors, jogged the memory of at least one investigator to provide a potential suspect name. They ended up getting the guy, and we got that gorgeous mug shot. So, how about that?
That's actually really interesting.
Very interesting.
How far away is Lancaster from here?
Like, think about that. How far Lancaster? I don't know. I'm not a geographist.
That's at least a couple hours.
I'm not a geologist either. I would agree. The fact that BS picture, that's
amazing.
Actually, isn't that bad now I think about it. You got an eye line, you got cheekbones. He doesn't have any eyebrows, but if you look at the image of the man, he doesn't have very pronounced eyebrows either. So I gotta say, it's pretty good. Thank you to the boys in blue in Lancaster for doing their diligent work, and whoever was the artist in charge that made that picture, we thank you for serving justice to this great state. I don't know if people
I drew an amateur sketch of myself.
That's pretty good. Can we zoom in on that? A little to the left. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty good.
Big schnoz. Why do I look like the Cleveland Indians logo?
Frank, ooh, that's a good question.
I kind of look like him.
You kind of do. You have better hair than him.
Chief Wahoo.
Ooh, nice. Next story. Whoosh. All right, Frank.
What do we got?
We're traveling to China.
I don't want to go over there.
Get your podcast loaded. We're going on a 16-hour flight.
Podcast, folks. We're going to China.
This comes from BBC. The BBC.
BBC Radio 1.
Chinese police saw...
Look at the hat.
It's
like Crocodile Dundee, but
Chinese
for China.
Police spot suspects with surveillance sunglasses.
It'd be like Panda Dundee.
Police in China have begun using sunglasses equipped with facial recognition technology to identify suspected criminals, Frank.
Suspected
criminals. I'm so excited, I can't even say it. The glasses are connected to an internal database of suspects, meaning that officers can quickly scan crowds while looking for fugitives. But critics, Frank,
Yes.
critics like you,
I'm a big
who
critic.
I do believe is scared of robots
I don't like
and
robots
AI and
at all.
technology.
They're my biggest fear.
And I know, sure as the day is long, that you are scared of Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah. I don't trust the Tesla guy. He's sending things to Mars, people.
Yes, he is.
Wake up, sheeple.
Yes, he is.
He sent a car to Mars.
Yes, no, he didn't.
I thought it was a car.
Nope. He sent a car into space a couple days ago. Regardless, the sunglasses have already helped police capture 7 suspects, according to Chinese state media, so you know you can believe it.
6, 7.
Police used the new equipment at a busy train station in central city of Zhengzhou to identify the suspects. The 7 people who were apprehended are accused of crimes ranging from hit and runs all the way to human trafficking. The bad dudes and the bastards, all in between, they're getting caught with the magic shades. The magic shades. How do you feel about the magic shades?
I don't trust the magic shades.
In what way do you not trust the shades?
Because, I mean, people have similar bone structures. They could just be like, oh, this guy has a similar bone structure.
Oh, so you're saying all Chinese people look the same?
No, I'm saying
so you're racist.
No. What I'm saying is some people have similar bone structures.
Oh.
Like, I'm saying that someone's doppelganger could get picked up for a crime that they didn't commit because they got these glasses that say, oh, he looks just like this guy we're going after. Boom. Book him, boys.
You know, ironically, we were criticized in our first episode for wearing the same thing, wearing the same glasses, and looking like 2 versions of the same person.
Wow. Let me get on that getting different kind of glasses. Let me do that.
So with that said...
Mine are black. His are tortoise.
Given the fact that I am a Chinese bank robber, in my downtime,
right,
they might suspect you if you're walking in Shanghai
I'm the bank robber,
as the Great White Thief.
Great White. Yeah, you're like the tallest guy over there.
Yes, I don't think they need to use the facial recognition. Honestly,
yeah, no, they could just
either
like
me
look
or
into
Yao.
a crowd
It's either
and be
me
like,
or
oh, hey, there
Yao
you
Ming. Not to say, well, I will say that not a lot of tall folks in China. Although
no, there isn't.
Per capita, that's probably true. But I bet you they have just as many, if not more, tall people.
No way.
They got 1 billion people.
Don't matter.
I don't know if that's true, but they got a lot of people
I'll
over in China.
dunk on all of them.
The Great White Thief. They would think that was you, and you say, "I'm not great enough. I'm not white enough." And they'd say, "Nope, the glasses disagree. The glasses disagree.
The glasses in the same suit, except today we're wearing different suit."
Yes, you're right. That's why we changed. We changed so that people wouldn't suspect us to be the same exact person. So I got my patterns on, and Frank's got his. Look on the inside of that jacket. Give me his single again. Look at that shit. Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
It's like that jacket Will Smith wore when he went to that prep school and he wore it inside out. I'm
Hell
do
yeah.
that next time.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Hey, no one ever talks about how
Bel-Air
he legitimately took a cab from Philly to Bel-Air. You know how expensive that is?
That would be...
He didn't even pay the guy. He just said, smell you later.
Yeah, he did. He just said, smell you later. No, I'm pretty sure he flew over in the extended version of the intro, and then he got onto the taxi.
Up to it. I was about 7 already.
We can't get too far into that. So, if you're a Chinese thief, beware. I'm going to stop doing bank heists in China. I'm taking my talents to Thailand.
South Beach.
That'll be my new side hustle. Next story. Whoosh. Okay, back to Tennessee, Frank. Not that we were there to begin with, but we're going to Tennessee, and this is a dark story, Frank.
Oh, I don't like this headline.
Dark like after 6 p.m. Tennessee sheriff taped saying, "I love this shit," after ordering suspects killing. If you thought that some police officers are corrupt, yeah, you might be right in certain places.
Look.
Stand by.
That's definitely not a good look.
It's a bad look, Frank. A Tennessee sheriff by the name of, as if it couldn't get any more Tennessee. His name is Odie Shope.
Oh my God.
Is being sued for excessive force after telling deputies to shoot unarmed Michael Dial rather than risk damage to police cars. A Tennessee sheriff is being sued for using excessive force after he recorded boasting.
Is that him?
Yes, that's him. There's Sheriff Odie Shope
right
there. If we want to,
that is the least surprising photo I've ever seen in my life.
I thought he'd be a nice looking guy. Let me see if I can. Let me see if we can get that image. Yep, there he is. It's not very big, and I don't know how to... I don't know how, Frank. I'm not a doctor.
Microscope.
Anyway, he looks about as white as you'd think Odie Shope is.
Yeah, he looks
Maybe his name's Shoop. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Anyway,
he was recorded boasting, telling the officers to shoot a man rather than risk damage to the car. They said, "We're ramming him."
That's bad.
Sheriff Odie Shope of White County said on tape in the aftermath of the killing. Of killing. By the way, they killed the guy that they said go kill. Suspect Michael Dial, R.I.P. I said, "Don't ram him, shoot him. F that shit. Ain't gonna tear up my cars." We're not gonna say the F word, Frank. This is a family program.
That is disgusting. I'm surprised we even said the S word.
Shoopy arrived on the scene shortly after police had shot Dial at the conclusion of a low-speed chase. Clearly upset, he had missed the excitement. "I love this shit," Shope said, apparently unaware that his comments were being recorded by another deputy's body-worn camera. "God, I tell you what, I thrive on it," he said. "If they don't think I'll give the damn order to kill that mother effer,
God!
They're full of shit," he added, laughing.
This
Take
story
him out.
is freaking disgusting.
I'm here on the damn wrong end of the county, he said. Shope's comments have prompted a federal lawsuit from Dial's widow, Robin Dial, alleging the use of excessive force against her late husband, who was unarmed. Surprise.
Let me tell you,
Are you surprised, Frank?
I can't wait. Okay, we're going to call back to this story later once the lawsuit gets settled, and this guy's going to end up...
Oh, he's going to get away with it.
No, he's going to end up working a desk job in the sheriff's office.
Oh,
he'll
get away with it. He'll be fine.
That's disgusting.
He'll be fine. Oh, yeah. What? They only recorded him? They only recorded him talking about wanting to kill the guy?
What happens when he don't record?
How he gets jazzed up when he kills people? He'll get away with it. If we've learned one thing, he'll get away with it. What else do we got here? That's about it.
A lot to unravel.
Guy, there's proof of malicious and sadistic mindset. The suit also names the county and the city of Sparta and the two officers who fired their weapons. The comments, as seen on the video, are extremely disturbing. I'm not sure how anybody can thrive on taking a life, let alone somebody in law enforcement, Dial's attorney, David Weissman, told The Guardian. I'm just trying to look right now for when this is happening, when the trial is happening. I can't find that information. But we will check back on that, because that is, joking aside, truly grotesque. Will he get away with it? God, I hope not. God, I hope not. But might he? Yeah, he might get away with that. After saying, let me just use his words again. I love this shit. God, I tell you what, I thrive on it. If they don't think I'll give the damn order to kill that mother effer, they're full of shit. Take him out. I'm here on the damn wrong side of the county. That's like a movie bad guy. That's like the racist county sheriff in every bad movie where justice is served.
It's like Boss Hog times 10.
Let's hope that justice is served in this case like the movies, and that's all I got to say about that. Now to some happier news. Whoosh.
Thank God.
We're going to South Carolina. We're staying in the South.
I like South Carolina.
We're going to the South. I love the South.
I thought you said this was happy.
Well, it's kind of funny. The only person that got hurt was the person that hurt herself. So maybe it's not exactly funny. However, a woman gouges out her own eyeballs outside a South Carolina church. Witnesses say. Anderson, South Carolina. Witnesses.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Say a woman apparently gouged out her own eyeballs and was seen holding them in her hands outside a South Carolina church. Anderson County Sheriff Chad McBride tells news outlets that it took 2 or 3 deputies and 2 emergency medical workers to subdue the woman to start rendering aid. It appeared she had gouged out her own eyes, witnesses say.
By gouged out, you mean like they were gone?
Frank?
Or does gouge out just mean like you like poking at them?
Frank, she had them in her hand.
Oh, God.
Don't throw up. In her hand. I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray tonight that she was on meth. No, not meth.
Is she dead?
Bath salts. You don't die. Not necessarily.
Oh, I'm going to be sick.
No, there were 2 medical workers. So they probably stopped the bleeding, and she's probably fine.
She just has no eyeball.
I just hope that it wasn't a demon. Why was she in front of a church? Why did she do it in front of a church, Frank?
Oh, Lord Jesus, help her.
Did she see something she shouldn't have seen? I don't know. I really don't have an answer for that. I'm just kind of at a loss. Why would you hurt yourself in that way?
She had to have been on something.
Let's hope she was on bath salts. Let's hope. That's all I got to say on that. Next
story.
Whoosh. Okay.
Oh, here we go, baby.
This is our final story of
Here
the
we
day
go,
before
going
we
back
get
to
into
PA,
some more
aren't we?
interesting things. We're staying
Staying close to home, kind of.
Staying close to home, going back to Pennsylvania, just like where we started. Cops say a naked man covered in cooking oil attacked his family.
Is this Philly?
No. Apollo, Pennsylvania. Go ahead, look. Oh, you don't have your computer. That's all right.
I got
Wherever
this
Apollo, Pennsylvania is.
Apollo.
Good
Creed.
stuff happening in Apollo. Good stuff happening in Apollo. A Pennsylvanian man is facing charges after police say that the 19-year-old, that's 2 years younger than you, 3 years younger than me, attacked his family while tripping on LSD and then resisting arrest while naked and covered in cooking oil. The Tribune Review says a number of more serious charges, including assault and terrorist threats, were dropped after the victim refused to pursue charges against him. They were his own family. They must have known he was on one, so they said,
he was on one.
We'll let him get away with it.
You can't stop him.
He was
I'm
wilding
too
out.
on.
He was wilding out. Police say Lonnie Beatty, guy's name was Lonnie, good old Lonnie, had taken the hallucinogen on January 16th and lost control, assaulting 2 female relatives and their children.
Sheesh.
And their children.
And
Naked
children's
man,
children.
Cooking oil, children. His name's Lonnie. If that doesn't paint a picture, I don't have any more paint for you. Police say he destroyed a North
Jail
Apollo house, and the victims hid in a bathroom. The family dog bit Beatty. That's the silver lining.
Family
the dog
dog
got him.
stepping up for
maybe
himself.
Maybe it was the cooking oil, or maybe it was because he's a good boy, and he said, hey, I know Lonnie. This is the dog speaking.
This isn't Lonnie.
I know Lonnie.
This isn't Lonnie.
He's a pretty good guy, but he's on one right now, and I'm going to stop him. And you're, okay?
Shout out to the dog.
Shout out to the dog, who's not named in this.
An unnamed hero.
I hope his name was Nugget or Tater.
What type of dog was he?
Doesn't
That's a golden retriever
Doesn't
name.
say either.
That's a golden retriever
But I'll
name.
tell you what, when a dog bites you and you're tripping acid,
That's like a...
of course he's already attacking his family naked, covered in cooking oil. I'd say that's a bad trip to begin with.
If a dog bites you while you're on acid, that's like getting attacked by a lion.
Yeah, right?
Like, you're like, get this thing off me.
Not just a lion, a pit of lions.
Yeah, you're in a lion's den.
I don't know what that would be like.
Daniel in the lion's den?
What's that?
Bible story?
Daniel in the lion's den.
Look at that.
Beautiful, Frank.
You're welcome, Dad.
Gold star. When police arrived, they say he was naked, wearing only a sock. That's the best part of the story.
That might be the
dog
best
biting
part.
him. He was wearing only a sock.
Yeah.
Where,
What type of sock?
Where was
Tube?
where was the sock? Was it a dong sock?
No. I hope
Or
it
was he just wearing one
foot.
sock on one foot?
I
And
hope
if
it was
so,
just
what
on
foot? I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
The luscious lefty. He had a tube sock on his left foot.
They eventually got him with a stun gun after he refused
I wonder what that looked like.
to subsist. Subsist? Subdue. Stop. Submit. That's the word I'm looking for. No attorney information is available. So let me just recap that story. A gentleman took a little bit too much LSD. He got himself naked, but kept a sock on, covered himself in cooking oil, I'm hoping peanut, and
I was hoping extra virgin.
attacked his ooh, good. Well, yeah, that's cooking oil.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Attacked his female family members and their kids, destroyed a house in the process. The cops came, they stunned him, and now he's got a hell of a story to tell in jail. That's just fantastic, Frank. That's just fantastic. I'm glad no one was hurt. Maybe take a little bit less next time, pal. Maybe take a little less. Okay.
Or none at all.
Those are the big news stories, folks. Which brings me to a little segment I call Station Identification.
Oh.
Hopefully you are watching us on twitch.tv/live@8. If you are not, you can catch us every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are here in the hills of West Virginia, speaking loud and proud from our fortified bunkers, which is where we are. Because
we still haven't come out after that
again,
Hawaiian
I'm a
missile
Chinese
thing.
bank thief, and they are after me. So if you're watching on Twitch, we thank you. If you want to come back later and watch the episode again,
On
or
YouTube.
if you miss one, watch it on YouTube, my account, youtube.com/Matt Caridi, Caridi. We thank anyone and everyone who is watching. If anyone is commenting in the Twitch comment section,
We don't see it.
we don't see it. We're going to figure out how to see it, which is about as easy as getting a laptop over there.
Somebody was going crazy
The
about
person-
my hair last week.
Somebody was talking major shit on Frank a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Talking about
Reveal yourself.
his skin,
I'm not mad at you. I just want to know
talking
who
about
you are.
his hair, saying he was thin. But you know what? I've gotten on you about the thinness. You once told me that you ate popcorn for lunch.
It was a rush.
That's disgusting.
It was in a rush.
You're not a model. Not yet. And until
I don't think I have the bone structure or the physique to be a model.
Until you become a model, I don't want to see you eating popcorn during lunchtime. But anyway, the person that's responding to
Someone hire me.
if you're talking to our Twitch channel, that's our producer, Adam White. Adam White.
Great guy.
A-Bomb White.
Great dude.
He's a great guy. That's all I got to say. Next is my favorite, in parentheses, sort of, segment.
Okay.
Okay? We did it last Tuesday. It was a big hit.
Big hit.
Big hit. All 3 people watching the stream loved it.
Huge.
I don't know if you're familiar with a website called Reddit, Franklin.
I frequent it.
I read it all the time. It's where I gather my stories.
I only get like a couple subreddits.
There's a subreddit called Ask Reddit. And it's essentially someone posting a question and a bunch of people chiming in a thread giving answers. Most of you probably know that. You're not idiots. With that said, our question of the day today that we're going to be diving into, what is the dumbest thing you've gotten in trouble for at school? Frank, I'd love to hear your story if it's interesting and appropriate about why you got in school suspension.
Yeah. Okay, so
Let her rip.
Let's go to the Wayback Machine, shall we? Way back. Let's go to the Wayback Machine all the way to 8th grade. 8th grade, Blennerhassett Middle School. The big thing at Blennerhassett Middle School is we have this thing called the Olympics. And what it is different, home bases, different home rooms have different countries. My 7th grade year, I was Great Britain, and the second year, 8th grade, I was going to be Italy. I like Italy, so I was pumped.
Cool.
Well, a week before the event, my whole backpack, binder, everything important, I left it in the bathroom like an idiot, simpleton 8th grade mind that I had.
Yeah, you're correct. Dumb.
So when I go to class, I'm like, oh my God, I don't have my stuff.
Where is it?
So I come back, I go to the bathroom, everything is popped open in the garbage can. I got yogurt, dirty stuff from the bathroom on there, and I come back.
Somebody screwed with your shit.
I come back to the teacher, and I got tears in my eye, and I show her this binder. I'm like, all my homework's gone. All my homework's gone. I don't know what to do. So I got written up for not having my homework, and you get these things called pink slips, right?
Yeah.
So I had acquired, because it was the end of the year, I had acquired too many pink slips, and I got suspended, and I couldn't compete in the Olympics.
Wow.
My 8th grade year couldn't compete in the Olympics because someone stole my binder and dropped all my homework in the garbage, and it was wasted.
That's exceptional, Frank. That's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So,
believe in me, baby.
Ironically, what just happened in your story is what happened to a lot of people.
Really?
They didn't do something themselves, but they got in trouble for what someone else did.
Oh yeah, that's
a major through
line.
We're going to go through this live. So if we have some pauses and some dead air, we very much appreciate it. However, we are professional bank robbers, so we will do our best to stay consistent. With that said, Loser by Default 7 says, I was suspended for a week for looking up dark poetry.
What is that?
What is dark poetry? I don't know. Is it sensual? Is it sensual? Or is it have to do with death? I don't know. Let's find another one here, Frank. In the hallway, I said, I missed the stupidest answer on the test. This is Floral Bison. Not too grammatically correct, but I was in middle school. A teacher came out of her class and berated me for my vulgar language.
Oh,
Again,
that's great.
This person said stupidest. He was berated, or she, and tried to get me to apologize for swearing so loudly in the hallway. I sincerely had no idea what she was talking about, and I basically just kept playing dumb, saying, I really don't know what you're referring to or what you heard me say. I promise I didn't swear in the hallway, etc. According to my friend who was in her class, the teacher thought I said that was a stupid ass test.
That's great.
That reminds me.
That's great.
That reminds me.
Of?
I called a kid a word. I might have called him a fag. I know that's not okay, but I was like 12. And I think a teacher thought I called him the F-U-C-K word, Frank.
Yeah. Well, that first one, that
he came up to me,
but the second one.
Big Dick Mr. Reader came up to me and said, you better not fucking say that again. And I said, okay, pal, I don't know what you thought I said, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Or maybe it might have been a less offensive word. Regardless, I'm just getting memories coming back to me right now.
It's all coming back to you, huh?
Yes, it is. Zion, no, that's not his name. He's got a crazy name that starts with a Z. Not me, but A friend of mine once got in trouble for pushing someone else when really he was trying to catch them from falling backwards.
That's funny.
Teacher passed by the room to see my friend with his arms out towards the falling person. Without any question, the teacher said he would see my friend in detention. He also once got yelled at for softly singing a song to someone during a tornado drill when the song he was singing was to calm someone else down. This is exactly like someone screwing with your backpack.
No, that's dumb.
That is exactly like it.
I don't
good
like this
intentions,
kid. I don't
you
like
get
this
in
kid.
trouble.
I'm gonna sing you a sweet song to calm you during this tornado drill. Just do the tornado drill.
Hey man, some people get nervous. I'm sure I'd get nervous if a tornado was ripping through. I get nervous going through TSA. Oh my goodness.
I get more anxious than anyone, okay?
Yeah, we're both a couple anxious guys.
But singing a song to someone, that's just weird.
Xanax before the shows.
I'm giving you attention just for being a weirdo.
Yep. Let me take you a trip down memory lane now. I was 11-year-old through the halls of Suncrest Flats Junior High.
That was Suncrest Middle. Is that Suncrest
Shut
Middle?
up. Shut up. I'm painting a picture.
Okay.
So I'm through the halls, and in walks an acquaintance of mine, and I say, "Wow." I'll omit his name. Wow, let's call him Jimmy. Wow, Jimmy, you smell. And I walked away. Wow, Jimmy, you smell.
Dude, you were a little hardo back in the day.
I was very insecure. And I told him he smelled. I didn't say anything bad. And then I walked away because he was wearing a lot of cologne to impress ladies, and I needed to bring him down a peg so that I could feel better.
Got to.
And he yelled at me while I was walking down to art class down the hall after I said it. And of course, he didn't come back quickly. This was like while I was well down the hall. He yells, "Hey, shut up, faggot."
And you got in trouble.
Well, no. I go to art class and nothing comes of it. And in art class, they say, "Beep. Hey, Matt Caridi, can you come to the office? Thank you." So I guess I got to go to the office, Mr.
Scar
Peterson.
54 on it.
So I go to the office and I'm nervous as shit because I don't normally get in trouble.
Right.
And in sits Jimmy with the assistant principal, the vice principal, who is, and I will say this quite honestly, a bitch. And she didn't like me. I had an older brother who wasn't very nice to her.
Sheesh.
I'm not going to pretend. She wasn't a very nice lady.
I feel sorry for Andy.
And she says, "Matt, could you take a seat?" I say, "Sure." And she said, "Matt, it's come to my attention that it's come to my attention that Jimmy here said that you were a faggot." I said, "Yeah, I heard him. It's cool. I don't care. You know, I'm an adult. More than you dumbass." And I'm still salty about it. And she says, "What? Well, okay." And then Jimmy starts to talk, and Jimmy says, "Yeah, I just thought it was unfair that I would get in trouble after you were the one that provoked me." And I said, what do you mean? What do you mean?" He said, well, you said that I smelled.
You stink.
The vice principal, that B word, says, "Well, you said that he smelled." And I'm like nervous, and I'm not a smart ass quite yet. And I'm like, yeah, I said that. Is that bad? He said, "Well, how do you think that made him feel?"
I made it feel like you need to stop so much cologne.
Oh my gosh. So we both got what the equivalent of a pink slip.
Yeah, pink slip.
Went on our way. She said, "Do you think that's fair, Matt, if you get an RSR as well as Jimmy?" And I'm like,
"Nope.
Listen, I want to go back to art class. I don't give a shit about any of this. I'm out of here in 2 years. I'm going to be the greatest human being in high school. I'm going to be awesome."
This is a lot of time.
Maybe it was a year. I don't know.
I'm out of here in 7 years. I don't care. Do what you want.
I told him he smelled. He called me a faggot. I got in trouble just as equally. That's a lack of justice. Lack of justice. Sorry. Boz from Reddit got in trouble. He was sharing a friend's locker. His teacher caught me opening his locker and sent me to detention/accountability room.
That's
Ooh, I'm
funny.
glad I never had to go to an accountability room.
That's like hard labor in North Korea.
Yes. The lady in charge told me that it was a stupid reason for me to get in trouble and sent me back to class. So that's good. At least there's one adult that knows what the hell she's doing. Or he, she, whatever. All I'm saying is this. I'm a sort of an adult now. Almost. And a lot of this crap that we got in trouble for in school is absolutely ridiculous.
It's minute. It's dumb.
It's ridiculous. Is it a power trip from teachers? I doubt it. I respect teachers. I think they just get caught in the whole thing and they just overassert.
I like teachers.
Let them play.
Let the boys
let 'em
play.
go.
Let the players play.
If punches start getting thrown, okay,
let
step in.
the boys play.
Step in after a few. See who wins and then stop.
Oh, I like this one. Read that one.
When I was a kid...
Read the finger guns.
Which one? Oh, yeah. Okay, this comes from Fairlar. Ooh, this was a very popular post. I made finger guns pew, 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 and said, "Hey," So he was going, hey.
Little Fonzie action.
I did this to a friend at the bus port, clearly a Brit, not during class or anything. I was pulled aside and told to stop making gang signs and pro-gun signals. I was threatened with suspension and ended up getting detention.
That in England is what we like to call verbal abuse.
Yes, it is. In fairness, that's what they call it on the BBC. In fairness, they don't like guns over in Britain. They don't like guns over in Britain. You do that here, they'll give you a gold star. Okay,
I just want to see that.
This is the last one I'm going to read. Last one we're going to read. This is from Canadian ABCs. Breaking my ankle. 3rd grade, I was playing football and got pushed down. Ankle hit a rock and I was sent to the office. I was yelled at for playing, and they refused to call my mom or give me ice despite the size and color of my foot. This happened during first recess. They got 2 recesses in Canada, frickin' softies, which was about 10 a.m. My mom didn't get off work until 6 p.m. That's 8 hours for those doing math at home. I was in a cast for 14 weeks. I still have pain in that ankle almost 22 years later. Wow. That guy's got it worse than me and you, Frank, you and I. But, what's there to say?
It sounds like a fake story. Someone just put on Reddit.
I don't think so. There is an edit here, which I think should add, my mom didn't sue, even though she should have. She was a single mom with very little money. Oh, this is kind of sad. And didn't feel she could afford the time off to fight it. Of course, she would have won, but I understand her position at the time. Not sure if she chewed them out, but more than likely.
I've already stopped reading this guy. I don't believe him.
You think it's fake news?
Yeah, this is fake news.
He got
it's Reddit.
3,800. Wait, you think they're lying on Reddit? What do you think people are?
People lie on the internet?
What do you think
people lie on Reddit?
People lie for the
People lie for the upvotes? Are you kidding me?
Oh, I wouldn't believe that, Frank.
No way.
I think this is true for what it's worth.
You know what I'm gonna do? You can put me to it. I'm gonna go on one of these Ask Reddit things, and I'm gonna come up with some long thing. I'm gonna make people cry their eyes out, and they're gonna gasp. I'm trying to go for gasp now instead of laughs because laughs are cheap.
True.
And then I'm just gonna get 1 million upvotes, and you're gonna see me on here, and we're gonna read my story, and everyone's gonna love it, and I'm gonna prove you or myself right and you wrong.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to myself. We got ads?
I don't have an ad. Oh, I do have an ad.
Oh wait, what do you got?
We're sponsored today. Believe it or not, second show sponsored. What were we sponsored by?
It was cable television yesterday.
Okay.
I got one.
We're sponsored by
4-year-olds. Can I have 10 packets of ketchup?
By 4-year-olds? No. By Blue Gravy.
Oh.
You've heard of Blue Apron, the meal service?
Of course.
This is Blue Gravy. It's also a meal service. They deliver it to your home every day or night, depending on when you want your gravy. The twist is that it's not food that they're giving you. It's blue gravy.
It's just gravy.
And what it is...
It's like that milk from Star Wars.
That's exactly what it is. They've literally found the blue-teated cows that are making the blue milk that Luke Skywalker is guzzling in that movie. And they'll send it to your door every month for a small fee.
Wow.
$8 a month if you use the promo code.
Wow. Owen Wilson.
Blue Teat.
Wow.
If you use the term Blue Teat when you check out, you'll get your first blue gravy to your door for $8 as opposed to $20 a month, which is the normal price. I got to tell you, Frank, I drink that stuff every day. How do you think I get so healthy?
Yeah, that's right. You have been looking like your chest is filling out lately.
Amino acids.
You should see his pectoralis.
Amino acids. Healthy fats.
Fish oils.
No, there's no fish oils. But the blue bioluminescence in the milk, that's great bacteria. It's basically a dairy version of kombucha.
Wow, so I can't drink it because it's blue.
So blue gravy.
I'm allergic to blue dye.
Blue gravy. Drink it today. All right, Frank, what do you got?
Amazing. Well, this next sponsor is a unique sponsor. We haven't had one like this in the past, but you can actually buy airspace on here if you're just a regular person. So this next... Okay, sorry. Someone handed it. Okay, I have the ad here. Someone handed it. Thank you.
Our PA got it for me. Get back in the closet. Not like that.
That's an unpaid intern.
We just have an intern. We have an intern closet.
He's unpaid. He's doing this for 10 weeks, and he's getting partial school credit for it. Anyways.
Yep. If he acts up, we'll thrash him.
Today, is Peyton Day. A good friend of mine, Peyton, is paying me $50
Wow.
to tell everyone
I only got 40 for the blue gravy.
to tell everyone that is his birthday today. He's turning 22, and he would like everyone to go out to Joe Mama's tonight. Apparently, it's an establishment in the city that everyone's going to. So we're getting paid $50 from Peyton. Peyton Hughes, get yours today.
We're not letting Peyton buy another ad.
No, he stinks at ads. He wrote it himself.
I don't like Peyton. Never met him, don't like him, don't want to see him. Get back in the closet! Our production assistants are starting to get, yeah. Ooh, you almost hurt him.
I'm coming at that neck next time.
What's his name? Carl? Get
Carl.
the hell out of here, Carl.
Get
what are you
the
gonna
heck
do?
out of
What are you
here,
gonna do,
Hillary.
folks? Can't buy them.
I'm doing something too. I'm
So-
running for president.
We're kind of off the rails a little bit. Let's get back on the train tracks. Our final segment of the day. My favorite segment of the day. It is This Day in History.
I like this segment. We get some good bits out of this.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Once we find a cool thing that happened on February 6th. Ooh. I forgot. We have another segment to do before we do this segment.
What do we got?
How did I forget?
What is it?
I learned 4 things today, Frank.
Oh, play the
Freaking
music.
Carl,
Play
the
the music.
PA was getting me off my flow.
If I had any more paper that wasn't useful for me, I'd throw it at you.
Carl, I'm going to beat the hell out of
I'd
him when
throw
we're
it at
done.
you.
Today I learned while attacking a series of machine gun nests during World War II, Daniel, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he's ethnic. Daniel something had most of his right arm shot off while arming a grenade. He pried the grenade out of his severed hand and destroyed a bunker with it before finishing the last resistance in the bunker with a one-handed Tommy gun burst.
Let's go.
Let me just give you the summary of that. What happened? He was charging a position. He gets his arm shot off. The hand is on the ground. He takes the grenade from his hand, which he can no longer feel because it's off of him. He takes it, he throws it, and then he charges the position with his left hand. Tommy gun kills him. Hopefully they were
Wipes
Germans.
him out. Clean.
Hopefully they might have been Japanese. I don't know. Regardless, way to go, Daniel. In New York,
Today is your day, Daniel.
The
The best person
Today
in the
I
world.
also learned that Ben Affleck is banned for life from playing blackjack at all of the Hard Rock casinos, actually just the one in Las Vegas, because he got caught counting cards.
Well,
Caught
obviously.
counting cards.
I mean, he's Batman.
Yep.
So obviously he's gonna count cards.
But
Master Wayne.
but what a classic.
Master Wayne.
What I'm not gonna get
Michael
in-
Caine.
I'm not gonna
You're
do
not
my
doing
Michael
Michael Caine.
I-
I told you to blow the bloody doors off.
He is a star. He's got a lot of money, and he's counting cards in Vegas.
He married to Jennifer
Classic
Garner.
dirty ass Ben Affleck.
Oh, they broke up.
That son of a bitch. Today, February 8th, 1897. Actually, it didn't happen today, but it happened in
A
1897.
ghost testimony.
A ghost's testimony was admitted as evidence to a United States Superior Court trial that resulted in a conviction.
I'm gonna start making stuff up.
Edward Shue was accused of killing his wife, Zana Shue. And 4 weeks later, her ghost appeared before her mother with post-mortem statements that detailed Edward's crime. The ghost did him. The ghost did him in. Let's give some claps for the ghost. Way to
No,
go, ghost.
I'm afraid of ghosts.
Way to come back.
No, I'm not clapping up a
You don't
ghost.
like robots, you don't like ghosts.
I don't like
What
ghosts.
do you
I don't
like?
mess with spirits, man. I don't mess with spirits. All the movies about demons and stuff, I don't watch that stuff, man.
Yeah?
No, I
It
can't
scare
do
you
it.
a little bit?
Yeah, it scares me a little bit. I grew up. I'm the last house like in the woods where I grew up, and it's dark and
Ooh,
scary.
I didn't know that.
I don't want no like demons coming after me. And once you open up that portal, once you open up that door for
You're
the
screwed.
demons,
Yeah, I'm not personally afraid of ghosts, ghouls, and the like, but I will tell you what. At my parents' house, even to this day, when the lights turn off in the basement and I go upstairs, I sprint. I'm doing 3 stairs at a time, sprint.
Matt was laughing at me for walking through the studio earlier with the lights off, getting all scared.
Yeah, Frank was actually scared.
Because they have this like frightening red light.
It was the exit sign.
It still lights up the whole place. It's terrifying.
He actually like stopped me and was like, "I'm not going to walk down the hallway," and I made him walk down the hallway.
Because Matt used to do videos and he's like, "See that red light? That means things are bad."
That's true. Yeah, figuratively, when you see the red light in cinema, that's a bad look.
Camera.
However, for you to take that into real life is kind of funny.
Well, everything you say is gold to me, so you should be thanking me.
You shouldn't think so. Although I do have a lot of gold stocked up. Not from my own voice or mouth. It's from the banks in China that I robbed. Finally, today I also learned that the collapse of the Cuban economy in the early 90s led to a 50% reduction in deaths by diabetes. Half the deaths by diabetes, they went away after the Cuban economy collapsed. And
People
wouldn't
just
you
couldn't
know
afford
it,
sugar?
a third of death by coronary heart disease subsided.
It's amazing.
So what happened? They got poorer, they got healthier. I'm not saying you got to go on a crash diet.
I've always said being broke's the best diet.
But you won't have a heart attack. And that, my friends, was today I learned. Now, let's get back to our final segment. On this day in history.
Jaguar.
That's not interesting. That's not interesting. Ooh.
Nah.
Nope, that's not interesting. That's not interesting. That's stupid.
Nothing
Ooh,
is...
good. We found at least one thing that happened today that's cool. February 8th, 1587. You smell that, Frank? It's cow manure from 1587.
Oh, I thought it was electric.
Mary
That was magic.
Queen of Scots was beheaded. After 19 years of imprisonment, Mary Queen of Scots is beheaded at Forthinghay Castle, classic, in England for her complicity in a plot to kill Queen Elizabeth I, who was a badass bitch. In 1542, while just 6 days old, Mary ascended to the Scottish throne upon the death of her father, and then she got beheaded. Is she Bloody Mary?
Sure.
Yes, let's thank Mary Queen of Scots. Yeah, it's got to be beheaded, Mary. It's got to be.
No, because Bloody Mary cried because her kids died.
I'm not a scientist. I don't know. But I will say, if it was you,
There's a monument of her in my
Mary
hometown.
Queen of Scots, I thank you for the Bloody Mary drink. I assume that you invented it. What else happened today? Peter the Great died. He was
Don't
an
know who that
emperor
is.
of Russia. He died on 1725, succeeded by his wife, and no one cares. What else happened, folks? Ooh, a cinema.
Jack Nicholson.
No, not Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
A cinema today in history. 1915. Believe it or not, I have seen this movie. Birth of a
course.
Nation opens. It is racist, folks. On February 8th, 1915, D.W. Griffith, a notorious racist, debuted Birth of a Nation. It was the first feature-length film. Maybe it wasn't the first, but I think it was. I think it was the first, folks. It's fact. It's on the internet, so
If
it's
it's
fact.
true,
I'm saying it,
it's
so
on the
it's
internet,
true.
it's true.
It was the first film to use modern editing techniques, like cutting on motion. So like when I hit Frank, it cuts to his single. Okay, let's try that again. When I hit Frank, it cuts to... one more time. And I hit Frank, and it... No, God... when you cut on motion so it looks like it's one motion different. God damn it. A landmark film in the history of cinema premieres at Clunes Auditorium in Los Angeles. It doubled as an opium den. I just made that up. The silent film was America's first feature-length motion picture, so I was right. And a box office smash. And during its unprecedented 3 hours, it was 3 hours!
A long time, man. I don't like movies that long.
Griffith popularized countless filming techniques like modern editing techniques. I saw this. There's a scene in it, Frank.
Okay.
It's about the Civil War, and it's told from the perspective of the South. And wouldn't you know it, the South, the Confederates, were the good guys.
Of course.
We beat them up. Why did we go down to the South and free
same
slaves?
thing with Gone with the Wind.
Those weren't our slaves.
Gone with the Wind.
Why do we have to
They're
go
like,
in there
he's burning
and free
down.
them? What were we thinking?
He's burning down Savannah. We have to get out of Savannah and into Atlanta.
In the movie, a white man in blackface chases a beautiful woman in a dress through the forest.
Oh, no, I've seen this movie.
And he's like this. He's like totally inhuman. It's disgusting.
They shoot him, don't they?
I think they shoot him or they hang him. He chases the woman to a cliff.
Yep, I've seen this.
He chases the woman to he's blah, 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 because black people are like that, right? And she goes to the cliff, and to save her virginity, she jumps off the cliff and kills herself. And people back then, apparently, this is what I read, were like, oh no. Oh no, I can't believe it.
The poor white girl.
That poor white woman. And then the guy gets killed. He gets killed by a
mob.
A justice-filled good guy mob, and they kill him for making the woman kill herself. It's disgusting.
Terrible.
It truly was revolutionary. So great. You could say the same shit for a lot of stuff going on in the early
Jack
1900s.
Nicholson.
John Grisham, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah
Bud
blah
Webb.
blah blah blah.
That might be
That's it.
That's it. Not a lot happened on February 8th in the history of the world.
Nope. Well, Frank, I think that's about the show.
That's about it. You have
pretty good. That's pretty good second show.
any closing thoughts?
I would say I'm glad if anyone was watching. We really appreciate it. If you get the chance, don't watch Birth of a Nation. Screw that movie. Screw D.W. Griffith. I don't care if it was important. You can imagine a movie from 1915, no matter how long it is grotesque. It's scary. It's like an old haunted house.
Yeah.
The imagery is crusty, and I don't like it. So don't watch that movie. Don't take LSD, cover yourself in cooking oil, and attack your family. Don't gouge your eyes out in front of a church. And if you're a Chinese criminal, like myself, stay out of China, because they're going to catch you with their magic sunglasses. So, just to remind everyone, we thank you for watching. We really do thank you.
Yes, very much appreciated.
Twitch.tv/live at 8. All the letters spelled out, no numbers, no symbols. Live at 8. We will be here next Tuesday and
8
next
p.m.
Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't catch it on the Twitch, then you can go to youtube.com/Matt Caridi, Caridi, and watch the episode in its entirety the next day, which will be for us Friday. We thank you for watching. Anybody out there watching, we thank you. We will see you next Tuesday. For Franklin Miller, I'm Matt Caridi. We will see you next week.
Good night.